Hi, my name's Tara. I'm with the Coastal Pearl podcast, and I'm going to be showing you how to make various different fall coffees, teas, anything autumn related. So my first one's pretty easy. It's stock cold brew. This is my personal favorite, but we've got lots of different options at Publix, whatever store you use. Got vanilla unsweetened almond milk, and then I've got some ground cinnamon. So this one should be super easy. I've got ice in my little Coastal Pearl coffee mug. Or as much or as little as you'd like, depending on how much cream you want to add. Almond milk. I like mine on the creamier side, but everyone's a little different. And then a little bit of ground cinnamon. The smallest, oops, a little messy. Just enough, all right. I'm gonna do a little swirl, mix it in without a stick, to the best of my abilities. Very yummy. Got all the flavors you might want in it for your fall easy iced cold brew. This is something you make at home, make in the office. I typically keep these ingredients on the fridge in the department that I work in. So I don't even have to make this at home. I could basically make it right at my desk. So this is number one, super easy. The next drink we're gonna be making is a butter pecan salted caramel espresso. Caramel, caramel, however you wanna say it. It's up to you, tomato, tomato. We've got New England coffee here, butter pecan flavored. You could use any coffee you want, really. I chose this one just because I thought it would be super good with some salted caramel syrup. We're gonna be attempting to froth some whole milk, not a barista, so we will see how that goes. It might be a mess, not really sure. And then we've got our espresso maker here. So I think combining all these flavors together are gonna make a really interesting autumn-inspired, fall-inspired coffee. So we're gonna be using this percolator today. It'll be my first time using it, so let's see how this goes. I'm gonna be using about a whole cup of water, approximately. Filling it up about to that line there. Then I'm gonna be putting my New England coffee butter pecan flavor in this little guy. Oops, I'm making a bit of a mess, that's okay. I'm gonna use this spoon, pat it down. This allegedly helps get more of those bold flavors out there. And I'm gonna put it right inside there. Okay. Add this. Somehow add it to the top. Do I screw it? Yes, I screw it. All right. Look at that. Figure it out all by myself. And I'm gonna put it on the stand and press the button. Let it do its thing. As I'm doing that, I'm having some milk be warmed up, and it will, once it's at about, I believe, 165 degrees approximately is when I will attempt to froth it. Now that our butter pecan espresso has finished brewing, we can finally move on to the fun part, which is putting it all together. All right, so let's start by pouring in as much or little espresso as you would like. I'm gonna do a little bit at first. I've got some warmed up whole milk here. I'm gonna put some of this into my espresso. And I'm gonna make a mess while I do it, naturally. Then, this is the part I don't really know what I'm doing here, but let's give it a shot. Got this frother, Elementi, and all right, guys. Woo. All right, I'm just gonna do this for about 25 to 45 seconds approximately until it gets nice and frothy and doubles in volume. I'm supposed to move this around a little bit. Helps it froth up. something is happening. So that's a great sign. Once again, I'm not a barista, but I am today. Just gonna keep on frothing. Keep it slowly moving it in circles from what Google told me. I would say that's approximately doubled in size. Before I add that in, I'm just gonna do a little splash of this salted caramel, which I didn't take the lid off either. Okay. Salted caramel syrup. So I'm not measuring this out. I am just doing a small little splash. Okay. Give it a quick stir with my chopsticks. Get it all nice and mixed up in there. And then I will add in my messy, frothy. Wait, that actually looks really good. I did it. All right. And I made a mess while I did it. So I've got once again, in my Coastal Pearl mug, a butter pecan salted caramel espresso with homemade frothed milk. The milk was not homemade, but I frothed it myself. Okay, let's try this. It's actually really good. I could be a barista, I think. Maybe it's my calling. That was a success. So for this next coffee, we are going to be trying the cinnamon hazelnut from New England Coffee. I'm going to be pairing it with a classic caramel syrup and a little bit of extra cinnamon on top that I'm going to put in with the frothed foam. So let's start by opening this up. Okay. I'm going to pour more water into the percolator, which is approximately a cup. And I'm using a spoon this time. I've learned my lesson. Once again, I'm going to tap it all down once I get everything in here, so it'll bring out a nice bold flavor. I haven't tried this specific hazelnut cinnamon before, but I thought the flavor combination goes well with an autumn-inspired coffee. A little happy tap. Right in there. And then screw this guy on top. Okay, turn it on. As we are working with the percolator, we're going to heat up some milk, and then I'm going to add a little bit of the cinnamon and the classic caramel in there as well. Might give it a nice sweet cream, cinnamony flavor. Okay, so our coffee is done percolating in the percolator. I'm gonna once again pour this in my Coastal Pearl mug. Do a little bit, don't mind the mess I'm making once again. I'm gonna do a lot in there because I will be letting some others try my delicious coffee because I'm in my barista era right now. So for this next one, I'm gonna do something a little bit different with the foam. I'm gonna add a little dash of cinnamon into my hot coffee. So I've got my classic caramel syrup. I'm gonna add a small little dash into this hot coffee cinnamon mixture. I'm gonna use my frother, which I feel a little bit more confidently using this now that I've successfully used it once before. And then I'm going to just slowly spin this in circles for approximately 20 to 45 seconds or until it has doubled in volume. This one's got a nice little color to it because of the cinnamon. And then after we add this into the coffee, I will be adding an additional dash of cinnamon. So this is a pretty cinnamon forward espresso we're making here, what with the hazelnut cinnamon coffee. But it's fall, so I think it's an appropriate use of cinnamon considering the time of year. See, that's good. Let's use a spoon for this. We saw the mess I made last time. This might help. Oh yeah, there we go. Just a nice little dollop, however much or as little as you would like. I can't do that fancy what is it, like a lotus flower thing. I'm not that skilled yet, but maybe after I do enough of these, I will be. Okay, it's over here. And then for the very last part, another little dash of cinnamon. Oops, maybe a little bit more than I wanted, but that's okay. Okay. It's here. Ooh, that's nice. Surprisingly not as cinnamon forward as you would think. The hazelnut cinnamon coffee isn't super strong, so I think we made the right decision by adding a little extra cinnamon in with the foam. Awesome, another success. So for this last beverage, we are doing a French vanilla chai with a dash of cinnamon and classic caramel. Oh, and maple. I guess we could technically swap this out for the maple. It's a bit sweet, don't you think? I guess it depends how sweet you like it though. So, I've already brewed my chai. I just use regular tea bags. If you want to get fancy with it, you can make it on a stove. Fortunately, we don't have a functioning stove in our office, but maybe one day. Got that prepared. I have a precariously balanced spoon of maple right here. I'm going to pour a little bit of this into my hot milk, and then just a little bit into the drink as well. Maybe a teaspoon's worth. I don't actually know my ingredient sizes very well. Then once again, I'm going to do a dash of cinnamon in my milk also. And mix this all up. I'm going to put a very small amount right into the tea, but I'm going to leave a majority of it to be frothed or spilled on the table, as you can see. Okay. Bring this out again. And let's froth. I don't need this one to be as thick as I was using with the espresso. This is just a nice chai tea, so maybe a little extra volume is fun, but I don't need it to be super foamy. So another few seconds and I think we're good. Okay. Let's pour a little bit in there. Just look at my tea bag in there. I like my chai on the stronger side, so I leave it in for a few minutes. A few extra minutes rather. A few little dunkaroos. Ooh, I like this one. I like this one a lot. The maple adds a really nice little touch. It's not overbearingly sweet. You could always add more if you like your things on the sweeter side, but I've kept it relatively calm today despite all of these crazy sugars and liquid syrups. But for the most part, everything I've made today has not been sickeningly sweet. You can change it to your liking. I haven't really measured out everything. I've been eyeballing most of it, so I think just experiment a bit. Maybe have an adult supervise your crazy frother thing if you're scared to use it on your own like I was, but otherwise I think it went pretty well. So I hope you had fun watching me experiment and make some various autumn-inspired coffees and teas. Once again, my name is Tara. This is the Coastal Pearl Podcast, and I'm in my barista era.